I still remember the night fear almost swallowed me whole. I was only 12 years old, living in a small village surrounded by tall mountains and dark forests. Our house stood at the edge of the fields, and every night, when the wind blew, the trees whispered like ghosts calling my name. I used to hide under my blanket, trembling until sleep rescued me. Fear was my closest companion back then, fear of the dark, of failure, of people, even of speaking my thoughts aloud. My father was a strict man, and my mother was soft but silent. If something scared me, I had to face it alone. One night, something happened that changed everything. It was late summer. The sky was cloudy, and thunder rolled over the hills. My father had gone to the city, and my mother suddenly fell ill. She was breathing heavily, sweating, whispering my name in a weak voice. Our village had no doctor, only an old man named Karim who lived 2 miles away. "Go call Karim," she said. My legs froze. 2 miles meant walking through the forest road, dark, narrow, and full of strange sounds. People said wolves roamed there at night. Some even spoke of spirits. My heart pounded so loudly I could hear it echo in my ears. "Go, son," my mother whispered again, her voice fading. Something inside me screamed, "I can't," but something stronger said, "You must." I took a lantern, wrapped my shawl, and stepped into the storm. The rain had started, and the road was muddy. My tiny lantern flickered in the wind. Every shadow looked alive, every rustle felt like a beast waiting to pounce. At one point, I heard footsteps behind me. My body froze. I turned slowly, nothing. The fields were empty, only rain falling like silver needles. My mind started playing tricks. My fear whispered, "Go back, you'll die out here." But then I thought of my mother lying alone, gasping for air. I clenched my teeth and started walking faster. Halfway through, the lantern went out. Darkness swallowed me whole. I couldn't see my own hands. My heart screamed, "Run!" And I did, stumbling, slipping, falling, but still running. My knees bled, my palms scraped on stones, yet I didn't stop. When I finally reached Karim's house, I was drenched and shivering. I banged on his door with all my strength. He opened it, startled. "What's wrong, boy?" "It's my mother," I gasped. "She's sick, please come." Without wasting a second, he grabbed his medicine box and followed me back. The journey home felt shorter, maybe because I was no longer afraid. I had a purpose now. When we reached, my mother was still breathing, but barely. Karim gave her herbs, rubbed oil on her chest, and slowly her breathing eased. That night, as I sat beside her watching her sleep peacefully, I realized something powerful. Fear doesn't disappear by running away. It disappears when you keep moving forward despite it. From that day, something in me changed. I no longer feared darkness. I had walked through it. I no longer feared being alone. I had faced the night without anyone. And I no longer feared failure. I had done what had to be done, even while terrified. Years passed. I grew up, became a teacher, then a father, and now a grandfather. Life gave me many challenges, poverty, illness, loss, but fear never ruled me again. Every time I faced a new problem, I remembered that rainy night. Once, when my business collapsed, my son asked me, "Abba, aren't you afraid we'll lose everything?" I smiled and said, "Fear is like darkness, my boy. It only lasts until you light your first step." Now, as an old man, I often tell my grandchildren this story when they're scared, whether it's about exams, new schools, or their future. They look at me with wide eyes and ask, "Dada, weren't you scared that night?" I chuckle softly. Of course I was. My knees shook, my hands trembled. But courage isn't the absence of fear. It's walking forward while fear walks beside you. Fear will always try to whisper in your ear to make you doubt yourself. But remember, every great person you've ever admired, your parents, teachers, heroes, has felt fear too. The only difference is they didn't stop walking. When you face your fear and take that one brave step, the darkness begins to fade, and you find a light within yourself you never knew existed. So, my dear grandchildren, whenever life scares you, remember your old grandpa's story. Don't wait for fear to disappear. Just start walking. Because courage begins with one small step in the dark. And that night, long ago, I took mine.